Hi Leos, welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K and this is your January 2018 reading. I have already started out with the Lenormand deck before I film just to make sure I'm pulling in the right energies for this video, and wow, I'm pulling a lot of them. So I'm going to start out here with the Mary Queen of Angels deck by Doreen Virtue, and I'm just going to ask for a word of prayer. Please, dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, bless Leos with a clearly defined word of prayer that we can close with at the end of our reading for January 2018. Thank you. Now, I'm not going to look at that card right now, but what I am going to do is explain a little bit about what's ahead of me. Now, with the Lenormand deck, the card on the bottom of the deck is the Path card, which I am seeing a lot. There are new beginnings available, new decisions, new choices. The card representing the entire reading has to be with like your domestic atmosphere, home. It could be a really good friend has been in touch with you. In the first week to 3 weeks, we have exciting surprises when it comes to romance. Yes. Dreaming, positivity, recognition. But in the next 4 to 6 weeks, for whomever's energies I'm reading, we have the mice and the ring. So we have some anxiety here. We have stress, we have loss or damage, we have fear. So from this I got a few things, because the ring can represent contracts, commitments, deep connections, or even jewelry. So maybe somebody worries a little bit about where their jewelry is at, or they get anxious about a connection they're already in, because a friend may surprise them or surprise you guys. Somebody may tell you you're attractive in January. Let's leave it at that. I do see paths open, but I see anxiety and I see commitments. So I don't know if that's like, well, I have a commitment to my job, or I'm married, or whatever this is. So I feel like we need to just get moving along here. Now, I'm going to change things up a little bit because I like to. And the first spread I'm going to do is a Celtic spread, and I'm going to do it with the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. Dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Leo with clearly defined messages regarding career and finance, January 2018. Ooh. Okay, so that's why you guys might be getting a lot of attention. Somebody may be receiving recognition for a job well done. Somebody may also be receiving attention from someone that's kind of made your heart beat a little quicker. Now, in your mental aspects position, whoever's energies these are, there is some sort of concern when it comes to financial and material changes. Okay, I'm doing a circle spread. All right, so I'm using this doing a circle spread. Sorry, when Spirit changes me up, I just roll with it. In the relationship sector, okay, so then you've got finances and material changes in your thoughts position in a 5, so that's not very secure feeling, and then trapped in fear when it comes to a relationship. It's like there was recognition and reward at one point, and then there was fear. So in the creative aspects position, we have deception and envy. Someone's going to try and be creative when it comes to this recognition they've received, because they're a little bit fearful that it's going to affect maybe their finances. In the actions position, whomever's energies these are, you are going to be led to the light. You are going to understand something about this recognition. And in your emotional aspects position, it may feel like in January you're waiting for a period of time for something to transpire. And I do feel like it's financial. You may find out that people are envious and or jealous of your recognition. Beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful because this is going to make you grow, whoever's Leo energies these are. In your subconscious, we have a firm foundation. Subconsciously, some of you guys know that where you are being led towards could provide you with a very solid foundation. And in your practical day-to-day matters, it's about new beginnings. What steps do you need today to take on a day-to-day manner? Oh, it's been a long day. Towards this recognition and reward. Even if there is envy around you, these new beginnings are, I believe, a blessing for whoever's energies these are. They're spirits assisting you with this. Yes, thank you, spirits. So because in your inner aspects positions, or your inner strengths position, spirit's saying with the material and spiritual prosperity card that there will be financial prosperity. So you may start out the month worried about financial material changes, trapped in fear, worried about a solid foundation, but along the way you're going to receive this recognition and reward. If you haven't already, it's going to be in the next 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. There's a little bit of a waiting game because somebody may be trying to block these new beginnings that you are creating for yourself that are beautiful, Leo, and you're going to come into the light about that. But you're willing to wait and observe as you are watching it, like, just kind of flow towards you beautifully. Everything happens. You guys must have some good karma, whoever this is. It's flowing in a nice way, no matter who's standing in your way. And that's where I see this anxiety here. That might be what got me off track with your contented domestic life and friends and happiness and fulfillment, and then there was this anxious energy and a contract. So in the first week and a half to 2 weeks from watching this video, the energies speak of solitude, going into solitude, looking at the book of your life, your experience, your knowledge. Who were you then? What did you learn? Who are you now? And how are you going to write the next chapter of the book in your life, of your life in the book? Some of you are going to come to a truth of a situation, and this could just be as simple as someone around you is deceptive and envious. But Spirit's saying everything is happening according to the way as it should with the universe card. You are actually climbing to a higher position spiritually. And that's why you have the energies of new beginnings. And Spirit's saying as you are playing the waiting game, it's a time of maintaining balance. Because balance is happiness. Some of you may get tempted and you get really excited about what's on offer, whether it's financially, and I feel, or it could be in a relationship, but you're going to end up seeing the shadow side of someone else. You're going to see clearly who they are, and you're going to be strong enough to reach the goals you set for yourself, even though at some times or sometime you may find yourself suffering in silence. But Spirit's saying, remember, what you reap you will sow with the material harvest energies. What you put in to your future is what you will receive. In the outcome position in the next 4 to 6 weeks, what will you receive? A spiritual union, a spiritual contract, a spiritual connection to a business or a person? That's where I think you'll be waiting for clarity. Is and are the connections in my life leading me in the right direction? And Spirit's saying you will know, because prosperity is going to begin. And I love this card because it's not just a coin. It's not a coin at all that's being buried here. It's a seed, and people are harvesting and taking care of it and giving it time and attention, and it is growing and prospering into something very beautiful. So something will be starting, I almost believe for sure, with a new financial project. But don't rest on your laurels with discontent and boredom. Start planting new seeds, new ideas. and remain patient for January 2018. Okay, here's a message. And this is a love message, which is what we're heading into next here. Somebody has a very strong want. And they want something because someone or something helped to light up their solar plexus chakra and to make them feel, I don't know, sexy. But there's wisdom here. And that's that deception and envy all coming into the light at once. And the high priest is looking at the book of your life and is congratulating you because he understands that you now see the bigger picture and that you're able to lay down the memories of the past when it comes to love, to imagine yourself sending them out into the ocean. Your memories will always be with you, but for now they're saying it's time to lay them down. Because you're going to be pulled very much by spirit to heal from people and experiences and things that have transpired up to this point. Something may take place in like the 3rd, 4th week, and Spirit's just saying, play the waiting game. You're receiving recognition and reward. Continue to create and manifest new beginnings for yourself. Don't allow yourself to get bored. Don't be trapped in fear. Contemplate and recognize how far you've come, and there will be, in the end, a solid foundation for you. New beginnings are what are giving you the inner strength to manifest the material and spiritual prosperity that is being offered. And that's like you're coming into the light. You're understanding that it may take 6 weeks before you start to say, that's why I went through this and these people and the way they were acting. Yeah. See, you're getting recognition and reward from someone. This could be career and finance and or love, where the signs are cautioning you about someone who's giving you attention. There may be surprises when it comes to your heart or jewelry or something I just got for someone in your thoughts. There were concerns about financial and material changes that were difficult or that were a concern in general. And Spirit's saying it's time to free yourself. Take back control of your life. Don't let someone get you too caught up in your thoughts that is tied to these red flags. Don't let financial changes or worries manipulate anything that you are doing right now. Anybody who, I'm going to keep going because the messages are coming. All right, so in your relationship sector, we have trapped in fear. Why are you trapped in fear? Because you saw the red flags. It's like you just don't want to look up and recognize that that person is deceptive. So in your creative aspects position, we've got deception and envy. Trying to keep an open mind even though this person is deceptive in the next 2 to 3 weeks because of the recognition and the rewards. Maybe it's the jewelry you're receiving. In your actions position, understanding that you will see the light of a situation if you just only extend your lighthearted energies. You know, they can lean in and they can flatter you, but she's keeping her hands to herself. She's observing for a period of time. She is waiting to get clarity about the red flags and the recognition. In the emotional aspect situation position, the waiting game situation is something that, you know, it's like the roots are planted and the tree's beginning to sprout, and as you're watching it, you're learning more about the situation, therefore you're stepping closer to what could grow. But emotionally, Spirit's saying the reason you're really having to wait is because there needs to be some sort of forgiveness here first. So I believe that solid blessings in finances are coming if you can forgive someone who made a bad choice, who may have been deceptive, and that you came to the light of and you understood and you figured them out. And now instead of being trapped in fear, you're kind of just keeping your hands to yourself and clearly explaining that they've been put in the friend zone for now. In your subconscious, you know there's a solid foundation available, whoever's energies these are, and you're hoping for something to rise to a higher level of commitment. But that is directly lined up with paying attention to the red flags and deception, receiving recognition but feeling trapped in fear. It's time to get yourself in your own solid foundation, build your own wonderful blessings, and pay attention to these two cards who are lined up with the engagement card. Jewelry, engagement. The signs are cautioning you. Someone's wearing a false mask. Someone's not being true and honest with you. In your practical day-to-day matters, we have brand new beginnings. And because you are finding great joy in what it is you are doing, that you're receiving recognition and reward for financially, you will attract romance when you're not even looking. For someone single, of course. Now, in your inner strength position, it is your inner strength energies of the material and spiritual prosperity that is going to bring to you what you truly need, which is the recognition and reward you truly deserve. And as you sit back and watch and keep your hands in your lap and focus on who they truly are, you have the inner strength energies to be able to discuss your feelings and to recognize what this truly is. And in the end, I got to clarify this because I'm getting a really good feeling. What is the light? What is the extending light-hearted energies and actions position? What are the Leos coming into light about? Something very lucky, something very blessed, shining like the sun. And then the first two cards on the top. Wow. Are dealing with a snake tied to changes at home. So some of you may be in a contented, happy, committed relationship in your subconscious. You're content in your foundation. You're receiving recognition and reward. And there could be new beginnings. But you haven't let something go. And this something will trap you in fear. Will cause deception. And this is something you need to figure out. This is for each different person, however it pertains. It could be that someone at work is deceptive and envious and they're trying to throw a wrench in the plans, and Spirit's saying, heal and forgive others as you wait and start new beginnings for yourself. And sit back and observe and ask the questions to get the clarity. At some point, you're going to free yourself from any concerns of finances. For somebody, they're afraid that this person loves them. They're kind of coming together, planting that little seed together. And this person whose energies I'm picking up, it's like they haven't let go of the memories of the past. But the memories of the past were to offer wisdom. And now it's like, I got it. I understand the wisdom. I've come to the light of a situation that it is about flirting and taking my time than it is more about temptation and achieving passion with nothing to build that solid foundation. So in the middle of the reading, we had this. We had mental conflict with a soulmate connection. And reaping what you sow. And in the end, whoever this is, if you've had a moment to understand that someone's not who they are, it's time to sit back and really observe, because you're going to be very clear about what's happening in front of you, and you're going to be able to call out what does and does not belong in your path in a very strong way. You're going to either be able, somebody's getting let go here, this deceptive person, and then as you start new beginnings with someone new, everything comes together. But again, I feel like with the there needs to be a lot of healing before anybody starts in a new direction. That's I'm going to ask for some spiritual guidance and clarity here. I'm going to use the Wisdom of the House of Night deck by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. Leos, please. Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, for January 2018 spiritual guidance when it comes to the circle spread in front of us. Okay, well, that makes a little more sense. Now, I feel like financially you guys are going to receive reward and recognition because some of you have really been working hard and you are shining outside as well as the inside, but you're going to draw some attention. And you may be drawing attention from someone who's very beautiful on the outside, but maybe not so much on the inside. In your thoughts, you are releasing your thoughts from feeling stuck to freeing yourself and taking back control when it comes to these financial changes. Because maybe at some point, someone, one of you guys, 10 of you guys, 100 of you guys, whoever, has come to the realization that you haven't been standing by your boundaries. That somehow you ended up with a blindfold on, swinging that sword in the dark. And it's time to recreate where your boundaries are. Financially, with other businesses, contracts, however this applies. In your relationship sector, we have trapped in fear because someone is wearing a false mask. And you guys are overly focused on those red flags. And Spirit's saying, keep an open mind. People are different. Maybe they're hurting in their own ways. And with the High Priestess of Earth here, she's going to guide you towards the right path in finances for sure. Keep focusing on your financial direction in January. I believe good things are happening financially. So, in your actions position, extend your lighthearted energies to others, knowing that you will see the light. And that what that light is has to do with your own specific individuality, what you have to offer the world. Don't give that away to just anybody if you're single. In your emotional aspects position, we've got the waiting game. Waiting because you need to heal. There needs to be healing somewhere before this will fully grow. Or there needs to be guidance, which Spirit is taking care of when it comes to this new opportunity financially to come in. But you've got the High Priestess of Water as well, helping to guide you when it comes to your emotions as you forgive someone, because I think that's what's holding, unforgiveness is holding up your ability to fall into love and to have prosperity. In your subconscious position, we've got the free solid foundation. And then your love life ascending to a higher level. In your practical day-to-day matters, we have you receiving attention when you're not paying attention. Let me go back. Wanting to raise a connection to a higher level of commitment or an engagement with a solid foundation. And I forgot to add this card from the Wisdom of the House of Night deck saying fulfillment. It's like you know in your self that you have a solid foundation and fulfillment available to you. And that you can raise a connection to a higher level of commitment. But it is time to sit and observe because you can feel the deception. In your day-to-day practical matters, we have new beginnings and receiving recognition. And Spirit is saying it's time now, when you get tested in the next 4 to 5 weeks, as you are beginning great new things for yourself, as you are attractive, when people come into your path It's not only about being honest to them, but it's about being honest to yourself about whether or not this attraction is right for you before you let it come into your path. We have heart-to-heart conversations in your inner strengths position and the inner strengths of the material and spiritual prosperity card. Spirit's saying you are not trapped. Whoever this is, you have the energies of the strength card to release yourself from a situation that kept you stuck financially. You can now head in a new direction when it comes to finances. And I feel like somebody could change their relationship or connection around with someone or start this new connection in a way that is very clear because you're paying more attention because of what happened in the past. You've learned something from someone who was attractive, but you became honest with yourself and you moved forward towards new beginnings. You understood that you are not stuck and that heart-to-heart conversations will help for you to get in the path that fulfills you as an individual. So the word of prayer we pulled earlier is trust. I know that God in His infinite wisdom and love is answering my prayers right now. And to close, I'm going to read from the book. You asked this question because you desired reassurance that everything is going to be okay. This card asks you to trust that indeed it will be. By relaxing with faith and trusting in God's infinite intelligence, you open the doorway to the answers to your prayers. In this way, you are more receptive to hearing heavenly guidance, which gives you intuitive instructions, about which action steps to take. As you take them, you bring about divine results. This card promises you a favorable resolution to your current situation, even if it differs from your expectations. Mother Mary lovingly asks you to step out of the way so that God's handiwork has room to enter. Surrender any fears, any worries or desires to control the outcome. Trust in God's wisdom and love. Okay, so this is a lot about self-transformation, following your heart, being honest with yourself and others. I believe someone here is being tested or will eventually maybe be leaving someone or something behind because they now clearly see the truth. And I feel like it's really important to say that, life is offering great things to you. And as you shine and move forward with this contentment, with your friends, somebody's always got to come in and mess up the game, right? But you get to sign the paperwork. You get to decide who and what path you're going to go in. And the card on the bottom of the deck are changes to be made at home. So it's a good month to give thanks to every single thing you have around you. We could lose it in any moment, right? Everything that's around us has been provided to us through the love of the universe. Pay attention to red flags and people who are not honest, but know that in the long run, by the end of the month, by the end of the healing, by the end of the waiting, you will find yourself in a firm foundation, full of fulfillment. Be careful and honest with yourself when it comes to your love life and wanting to raise something to a higher level of commitment. Take off the blindfold. Be clear about your boundaries. And remain obedient to the goals you set for yourself in your path, and you will be very successful in January. It's time to be obedient to your very own truth, starting today, in the very beginning of 2018. I feel like I need to pull a couple messages. I'm sorry this one's longer. I'm not quite sure why. I feel like there's just some warnings here, but that you guys are going to make it through. Just fine. In fact, better than fine. Yes. Okay. In the first week and a half to 2 weeks, you guys have Angel Aurora, who says that you are flying high right now, which may threaten others. But don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. And that's what I'm feeling. You guys are going above and people may be jealous in January, going into February. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we have Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of business is in the works. This movement will usher in new positive energy. So you may not know exactly where it is you're going in the beginning of the month, but by the middle of the end of the month you will, because Angel Adriana is here, and she says, I am helping you I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuitions, through your thoughts, and through your dreams. So you guys are actually being led forward, but cautiously. The card on the bottom of the deck is Bridget, and Bridget is saying, caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. And look at this. Behind her we have Chantel. New romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to not only giving, but to receiving love. Many of us block our own path in love because we aren't allowing ourselves to receive it. So a lot of self-transformation, self-understanding, self-focus in January so that you can get clear about who and what and how you want things to transpire as you move into and through the year of 2018. Thank you again for stopping by my channel, Leos. Happy New Year. Take care and God bless.